Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. Now, many of you are tuned into what I call the bias propaganda BBC, also known as mainstream media, and boy, have they done a fantastic job at scaring everyone. So, what are we actually talking about when we say COVID-19 or SARS-CoV-2? Well, my understanding is it's basically flu. Maybe it was weaponized. We have the gain of function, and there's plenty of information and books written on that, whereby they have for a number of decades been playing with bacteria and viruses and made them more pernicious than they actually are by using other animals and so on and mixing stuff. And there's information to show that Fauci, through the National Institute of Health, via another company, Colin, was it EcoWatch or something, that actually moved money from the US because in 2014 the Obama administration banned gain of function, so they moved their funding over to Wuhan. It was a stage 3, went to a stage 4 lab, and whether it's an accident and it was released or whether it was done deliberately, that's for us to find out. But what I find interesting is how the government, the coup, UK government, is consistently scaring people. Now, it's an invite. It's called A State of Fear, how the UK government weaponised fear during the COVID-19 pandemic, by a Laura Dodsworth. I recommend you buy her book, and she shares lots of wonderful stories. And the other thing that I'm reading is The Truth About COVID-19 by Dr. McCullough and a guy called Ronnie Cummings, who runs the Organic Association. So what I find really frustrating from one point of view is how there's no opposition. Not from Labour, not from Libs or anything. In fact, you might even have a jab from Theresa May, who last week was wanting to know how we were told one thing and it's changed with reference to once people get vaccinated then they'll be able to travel and all the rest of it. And it is a pantomime. It's a genocidal pantomime. Why is it a genocidal pantomime? Because far more people have died from the lockdowns, the tier systems, the oxymoron social distancing and the nappy wearing, when they don't even protect you from SARS-CoV-2 anyway. And do your own homework. You could even Google the size of a SARS virus and you will see it will simply pass through an N95, no problem at all. So why was there no risk assessment done or presented? They talk about the data, that's why they're wanting to extend it another 4 weeks. We were meant to be free on the 21st of June, but they've extended it another 4 weeks, so more people will be jabbed. Notice I'm using that term. It is not a vaccine, it's gene therapy, although I think that's an incorrect term to use because therapy generally is the therapeutic thing. It's not that. It doesn't protect you from COVID-19 and it doesn't stop transmission. Hence the reason why people are still wearing nappies and still waiting for Boris, to tell you what to do. In my opinion, the UK government needs to be taken down and replaced, and everyone underneath them needs to be replaced as well, because they have done the most diabolical, worst possible actions around this pandemic than you could possibly even think of. And it just blows my mind how people are so docile to what's going on. Can you not see? It only seems to take out those that have comorbidities. I mean, back in August last year, the CDC came out with that, only 6% of the 400,000 plus people actually died from COVID. So what's that? 94% have died with it. Yes, because they had 2.7 other comorbidities. So what exactly are we looking at here? And it's a genocidal pantomime, which you and I don't need to be a part of. Yeah, I've never closed my business. I will continue to run it. Yes, we work with doctors and patients and we distribute supplements throughout the globe. But the frustration that I have in seeing the stupidity, the silliness continue. First invite, get rid of your BBC licence. Just stop paying it. We did back in March. I just find that they are diabolical. They're literally like the right arm to the government. And the stats, I use the official national statistics. I've been sharing it on Facebook. I use the CDC. I mean, look at this. 99.997% of 0 to 19-year-olds protected. Survival rate. It has an infection fatality rate of 0.1 to 0.5. Yeah, my age range 99.95, so I'm in the 51 up bracket. Really? I know you're shocked. It's because I've had a wash. So I know I'm being a bit serious, but I need people to wake up, be present. 26th of June. Show up in London. There's going to be over 1 million of us. I doubt very much the BBC are going to say there was 350. Last time there was between 500,000 and 1 million people down in London a number of weeks ago, 350 people. I even wrote to the BBC and they came back to me. We didn't state that figure. They didn't say what figure they did state, but they said that that was wrong. I've got it there in black and white. My point being, show up. How powerful you vote is where you put these, this, and of course this, and these, your Birkenstocks. So please, take radical responsibility, show up in London on June the 26th. Millions, hopefully millions, 1 million people plus are going to be down there. And that's one powerful way we can basically say, screw you, government. I cannot wait until the BBC is deplatformed. I'm guessing it's going to be by 2024. And also, the government is going to be totally replaced. It is diabolical how there isn't any opposition and how they all fall into line and do. And then we've had this G7 summit. No oxymoron socially distancing there, no nappy wearing. They can do what the hell they like. So here they are creating these rules, not even following themselves. Really? Wake up. Start voting with your feet, your eyes, your ears, your mouth, and where you put your money. Just get rid of your BBC licence. You don't need it. Okay, take a deep breath. And let it go. See you in London. Big love. Bye for now.